Well, guys, after what? This is episode number
Upper 70s, I think.
upper 70s. This is the first time that we've had I believe, a last second cancellation. So we are shooting the breeze once more because of that. So, and no troubles because we're all here. Kevin Mooney, Chris Douglas, Jason Hamo,
Hello.
all present and accounted for.
We are all here.
Welcome to the Throwing Bagels podcast. And so, this is what happens once in a while. And no, and kind of glad we didn't mention anyone by name on the last podcast. That's one reason why we don't really advance promote all that much, because you never know what happens, right? You can't take anything for granted.
That's right.
That's right. Life happens. What are you
It
gonna
That's
do?
does.
right.
It does happen.
It does. So, while it's hard to believe that it's August by
It's
now. It's nuts, man. And we're only a few weeks away from the opening of Hewitt Hall on the campus of SUNY Oswego. And I don't know if you guys have seen the preview videos yet that are on YouTube. And Dr.
Yeah.
Knapp sat down on SUNY Oswego's YouTube channel, and that video just hit a few days ago, talking about Hewitt Union and or Hewitt Hall and how it's going to really transform the school's communications programs, media, and the arts, and really help build that relationship between that and music, and performance arts over in Tyler. So it's just going to be between those two buildings.
Hmm.
They're building a powerhouse.
I was gonna say, was that the video where Jim Kearns is walking around with the camera, or was that a separate one?
That's the preview of Hewitt Hall. Yes. And then
Yeah.
there was one that came out after that.
Oh, I haven't seen that
so-
one yet.
And I
Gotcha.
know I just went through all that about not advanced promoting, but I think it's a pretty safe bet that Dr. Knapp is going to join us in the very near future on our podcast. So we will.
We just won't
he
give
will
a
be
date.
joining us.
That's right.
We just won't give a date. That's all.
I thought when you said that at the end of August or things coming up soon, I thought you were going to say football season starting.
Yes, I thought he was gonna say.
That's creeping up.
Football never left, Chris.
That's true.
It's true.
The NFL's
Football's a
always in
year-round
the news.
sport nowadays.
Always in the news.
It is always in the news. Super Bowl ends, draft immediately after that.
Mhm.
Draft ends, OTAs.
That's right.
OTAs end, training camp.
That's
Well,
right.
first you have free agency.
And
Oh,
free agency.
then free
right.
agency.
Okay,
then the
you're right.
draft.
Yeah.
Well,
Then
actually,
OTAs.
even before the draft, you have the underwear Olympics that they do, the combine.
Oh,
the
well,
underwear.
that's just, oh, God, that's a waste. I hate that. Can't stand it.
It's stupid. It's so pointless.
It is so pointless. And then people taking the Wonderlic test because that's gonna really measure someone's.
Do they still do that?
I think so.
Huh.
I don't know. I as far as I know they do, but who knows?
Hmm.
Maybe they don't. I mean, there's been some people who have miserably failed that test and gone on to great careers, and
Yes.
people who have done really well and had miserable careers. Not a true measure, but
Standardized testing is not the way to measure people.
It's not.
I'll tell you that for sure. I speak from
I was gonna say I speak from experience too.
I speak from experience.
So to get back to your point, Chris, football never left really, but
Yeah, true.
it's ramping up. So now we're a monthish away from kickoff.
College
Regular
football starts at the
season.
end of the week.
College
I know.
football,
2 weeks, I think.
nuts.
Well, let's quickly. I just want to touch on this one then.
Sure.
Micah Parsons. Do we think he's actually not? I don't think he's gonna get
No.
traded this year. Do you think he's actually gonna sign with the Cowboys though?
Yeah,
you think
he'll
this is all
sign.
just BS and it's gonna
Nah,
they're gonna
he'll
work it out?
sign. He'll sign. I wouldn't.
I'm praying he doesn't sign. I really am. Like, I'm hoping he just says, you know what? I'll just play out the year, take my chances, and then
Go to Buffalo, win a championship.
I would love for him to come to the Giants.
Oh,
Should have drafted him to begin with.
I mean, yeah, that'd be nice, but can we start with a quarterback? Jackson Dart. We'll see.
We'll see.
Question mark. Jackson Dart.
I mean,
Question mark.
he may play this year. He may not play this year. We don't know.
do
I-
you?
I mean,
So
I would love to see just
Well, with the schedule
Jameis
they have,
Winston eating W's, man. That's all I want
yeah.
to see.
with the schedule they have this year, I figure he'll be playing by like week 8, week 9, because they're just gonna
Yeah.
get it's they have such a hard schedule that like if they win 4 games, they'd be lucky. And that's not to say they could be a good team, like a semi decent team this year. They're just not good enough to beat the teams that they're on that are on their
No, they're
schedule for
not
the
going to be
most part
good. They're
because
not going to be
there's.
good.
But I'm just saying, like the teams that just it's amazing. Like they have to play San Francisco because San Francisco had such a bad season last year. So technically, because San Francisco is like the bottom of their division, they have to play San Francisco, and it's like, well, that's just bad luck,
Mhm.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Do you feel now, in case you're relatively new to the podcast, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being with us. But we're all three of us are Giants fans. So let me ask you guys this. Do you feel, is there any increased optimism about the Giants now versus when the season ended?
I think so.
Okay.
I
No.
think so for sure. The defense
No.
is way better than it was last year. Their defensive line is going to be really good this year. Their pass rush is going to be good. They have Dexter Lawrence in the middle. Their linebackers aren't bad. I think their defense is going to be much improved this year. I don't. We'll see what the offense is like. That's a different story. We just don't know. But
Mm.
I think the defense is going to be much improved.
I- Sure. I mean, I just I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, I still think the Giants are going to give up 30 points every single
No,
game.
I don't.
Yeah. I
I
think, you know
mean,
what?
the
You're
only
probably
problem could
right,
be the
though.
defense might get so tired that they end up just giving up points because they're on the
Yeah.
field so much.
Yeah, fair enough. Because I think the offense is not. I mean, Russell Wilson has had a nice-ish season last year, but he just doesn't have it anymore. And the Giants can't. They have no offensive line. They can't run the ball. It doesn't matter who you put back there. I mean, it's just no one's going to throw to Malik Neighbors as good as he is. I just don't see it. They'll be on defense a lot more than they'll be on offense.
I mean, I don't disagree with that, but
Mm.
we'll see.
I think if you ask me, probably the least expert on the NFL versus among the three of us, but I think they're going to play a few close games and they're just going to drop. They're going to be good enough to be competitive in a lot of these games, but not good enough to pull it off.
Hmm.
And
I
so, like,
mean, yeah,
I don't see a string of blowouts. I really don't. But they're not going to win a lot of games. They're going to win. They're going to lose a lot of close, relatively one score, two score contests. And there you go.
I think four wins is probably right. I think that's about right. That's about
yeah. I think
where they'll be.
that's fair. I mean, considering what
and
they have on their schedule, like it's just not. It's just one of the toughest schedules in football, like
yeah.
Yeah,
hands
it is.
down. You know what I mean?
And
Like
none of those wins are coming against the NFC East. I don't think. I don't see them.
No, God,
They're
no.
0,
I
another
mean,
0 and 6.
your first
No,
3 games are
it's nuts.
Washington, Dallas, and Kansas City.
Oh,
Like, really? I mean,
You know
you
what's funny?
and then you have the Chargers, who are not a bad team either.
They're
Then
okay.
you
Yeah, they're
then you
okay.
have New Orleans. They should be able to beat New Orleans.
Oh.
They
Where are
should.
they playing? Is it
It's
at
in
New
New
Orleans?
Orleans. It's in New Orleans.
They'll lose that one. They always lose New
I
Orleans.
know, but New Orleans is not good. They are brutal.
I
They
know,
are
but
they
the
are
Giants
worse
are
than the
not good
Giants.
either.
I know, but they're worse than the Giants. I believe they're worse than the Giants. And then right after that, you get Philadelphia at home. Then you got to play Denver, and then you got to go back to Philadelphia.
Yeah,
It's like it doesn't
they're
end. And then
0
right after
and
that, you got San Francisco.
yeah, that's
It
0
doesn't
and
end.
9.
It doesn't end.
That's 0 and
It
9
just
right
doesn't
there.
end. They don't have a bye until week 14.
Oh, yeah.
cheapers.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Like,
So
It's brutal.
do Dayball and Shane survive that season, a 4-win season?
No.
uh,
Okay.
I say there's a better chance Shane stays and Dayball goes, but it won't be. It won't. They both won't stay. It'll either be
Okay.
they want. It'll be Shane stays and Dayball goes, or they both go.
I
There's
don't
no way
know.
they
I
both
mean,
stay. And it also depends, I think, on the competitiveness, like you said, Kevin. Like if for some reason, whenever Jackson Dart does start playing, if they are competitive in those games and they keep them close and they're 1-2 score games and they're not getting blown out and Jackson Dart looks decent, I could see them keeping Dayball and saying, okay, he's obviously building something with this kid, but there's no guarantees.
I
I
mean,
I, I doubt it though. I see him getting fired if they
yeah,
lose,
that
most
team quit
likely.
last year. I mean, the hands down, they quit last year. There's no question about it.
Except for that one game that they won when they shouldn't didn't need it, and then
Cost us draft picks, man. I
could have
mean,
had Cam Ward.
right? You know what? I didn't even think about the year before when Tommy DeVito's coming in and freaking
Yeah,
throwing darts everywhere, and it's like, oh yeah, we could have had we could have had Jaden
Jaden
Daniels.
Daniels. Yep,
Thanks, Tommy. Appreciate it.
that was the year they had
Oh,
no quarterbacks. Everyone was hurt.
I'm telling you that Penix is going to be one of the best quarterbacks of that draft class. I'm telling you right now, Atlanta's going to light it up this year. Mark this whatever right now the tape. Mark it, okay? Or tape mark it. I'm
Okay.
telling you, Penix is going to lead the Falcons to the playoffs, and he's going to light it up this year. I'm telling you right now, at least 3,500 yards, at least 25 plus touchdowns.
Wow, you're really
Okay.
okay. You're being very specific.
I'm
Okay.
telling you, he's gonna light it up.
How many interceptions? Oh,
Probably 10.
I think he'll throw more
So
than that.
25 and 10.
I think he'll throw
All
more than
right.
10 interceptions. You're very high. You've always been very high on him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Like
he's so good.
Chris was
He's so
constantly in our
good.
group chat being like Michael Penix, Michael Penix, Michael
And
Penix.
he was
I
available. He was available at that time.
and to your, I mean, when we had Brent Axe on, Penix was one of his guys too, Chris. So you
I'm
guys were
telling
in
you.
this. You guys were right there.
I don't remember what
So
Brian Drake said about him. I can't remember.
I can't remember. Uh, I don't know.
He's our resident fantasy football
Hmm.
Guru.
guru, expert, whatever you want to call him.
Hmm. So yeah, and former, of course, Throwing Bagels podcast guest,
Exactly.
and he will be back again, as will Brent at some point.
At
Just
some point.
it's like ships passing in the night. Just can never seem to line things up. So we'll get him eventually, I'm sure. But yeah, it's crazy, and and now baseball is really getting into the. Now we're talking playoffs. Now it's playoff pennant
Playoffs.
drives, pennant races. Who would have thought that the Milwaukee Brewers would own the best record in
Ugh,
baseball at this point of the season? That's
weird, right?
insane.
Yeah,
It's
that was
totally
surprise.
weird.
That's a shocker to me. And they just lost Mizorowski. He just went on the IL
Yeah.
too.
So really, so at the end of, I think it's the end of this month and maybe next month, there's the Mets are going to be playing the Phillies.
Yeah.
Um, and who else?
Marlins.
Phillies
Hmm.
Marlins, right? So they play them like back to back series. Like that's going to be, I mean, that's going to be for the East, right? I mean, there's no
Yeah.
question, right?
Oh yeah.
And
Well, yeah.
there's another series in September, I believe, as well.
Yep.
They're at the Phillies, so
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, those are going to be the big series. Like that's it. That's good. That's what's going to decide the NL East, as
Yeah.
far as I'm
Well,
concerned.
the Mets have the one of the toughest schedules in all of baseball for the rest of the season.
Mhm.
And they play the Phillies 7 times, right?
Mhm.
So that right then and there, like you said, that's going to decide. It's going to decide the first place most likely.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that scares me more than anything is that the Mets have to go to Atlanta in not in next week for next
Next
weekend, not
week.
this coming weekend, the following weekend for 3 games, and you just know that they're not
Oh,
going to do well there because they never do well. Atlanta could be the worst team in baseball,
Yes.
and they
and the Mets
stink
would
too
get
right
swept
now,
by them.
and they do
Well,
stink.
look,
It's just
the schedule. So three against the Guardians right now, as we speak. It's
mhm.
early. It's Monday, August 4th, when we're recording this. So they're just starting a 3 game set. And then they go to Milwaukee, the aforementioned owners of the
That's going to
best
be
record in
tough.
baseball.
That's going
And
to be
then
tough.
they're hosting Atlanta and Seattle. No slouches there. I
Seattle's
mean,
really
like
good.
Jason, like you said, no matter, I don't
Right.
care how bad the
I even
the
forgot about them hosting Atlanta. Yeah.
yeah, I don't care how bad the Braves are.
Yeah.
You throw that out when the Mets and Braves get together. And then they're at Washington, they're at the Braves, and then they host the Phillies for three, host the Marlins for four.
Yeah.
So you'll have a pretty darn good idea of where the Mets are headed at the end of this month.
Yeah. And then
And
you
that,
start and then you start next month. You go to Detroit, you go to
yeah,
Cincinnati, and you go to Philadelphia in
That's
one
tough.
one full
Yeah,
stretch.
that's tough.
Like, and then you come, but it doesn't get easier because then you come home, you play
no,
Texas, then you
yep,
play San Diego.
yep.
Like it doesn't get, and then you get a respite and you play Washington, and then the Cubs. Then you have to go to the Cubs and end the season in Miami. So
I
it's
mean,
like
yeah.
it,
I mean, I
it
think what they're like 5-5 in their last 10 or something like that, the Mets. And
something like
Philly's
that.
not
Yeah.
much better. I mean,
No,
they're about the
they're
same.
literally back and forth.
Yeah, so
They're yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, if you win 2 out of 3 versus the Phillies, win 3 out of 4 against the Marlins,
Mhm.
and then
That's a big ask.
Yeah.
it is. But if you're a playoff team, like if you're
You got,
contending for a
yeah.
World Series, that's what you got to do.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
That's what you got to do. I
Well,
mean,
you got
that's
to beat the
bottom line.
Marlins. I get the beating the Phillies. Like, all right, playing the Phillies, you have to take 2 or 3 in that series. Like, you just have to do it.
Yeah.
It's obviously not going to be easy. The Marlins, they've been so hot, but
They are hot.
you have to take at least 2 games in that series, hopefully 3 games in that series, because they've just been on fire lately. So
Mhm.
I mean they're just a young team that's playing great baseball, but and then you have to beat Washington. You have to sweep Washington. You just have to.
You got to
That's
beat the
supposed to
bad
be your
teams.
layup. That's supposed to be your layup games.
Because
You got 6 games against them the rest of the season. You got to take all 6. You just have
wasn't
to.
that the problem last year? Is they lost to the
Yeah.
Nationals, if I recall, right?
Yeah,
They laid an
They
egg.
lost. I mean, they look at what they did with Pittsburgh a few weeks ago,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
they got swept by Pittsburgh.
and they stink.
Come on, like it's. And then the Giants, who basically gave up, traded away,
Yeah.
and the Mets lost 2 or 3 to them
Two or three.
this past
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah, yeah.
So,
And how great was it seeing Dom Smith launch home runs
oh
and
god,
Jose Buto get key
oh
strikeouts
he
and
was
double
amazing this
plays and
weekend.
Lucchese
All
getting it
star.
done out of the
Yeah,
bullpen.
Wilmer
Good
Flores.
Yeah. What are you gonna
So
do?
all coming back to haunt us Mets fans.
You had to know
Uh,
Budo was going to get some like
yeah, of
big
course.
outs, of course,
Yeah.
and they like pitched him all weekend. They're like, "Yep, you're coming in. Let's go. Yep,
It's
next
fun.
day you're coming in again. Big situation, get him out." And he did it.
I think the Mets will be fine until they get to the playoffs, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, we got to
Man,
get
But
to
you
the
got to
playoffs
get there.
first.
you
Like
gotta
you
get
just
there.
get there.
Yeah.
Just got to get there. That's the first
I would.
problem.
They're probably going to wind up slotted against San Diego, and they're not.
Ugh.
That's not going to be fun at
San
all.
Diego's San Diego's they've gotten better. Trade
Yes.
deadline they got
Yeah,
better. So
they have. Um, I mean, yes, the Mets upgraded their bullpen significantly. They've got like what, 3, 4 closers, like current or former closers
Yeah.
in their bullpen now.
Yeah.
So yes, their bullpen is among the best in the majors. But if you don't have a lead because your starter
Right.
is knocked out of the box after 4, then what good's your bullpen?
You're killing your bullpen that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they had to pitch Austin Warren yesterday for like
Mhm.
what 3, 4 innings
Yeah.
because Montas got shelled.
Mhm.
So they sent him down today because he needs to rest. So they just figured they'll send him down and they bring up Dom Hamill, who's never pitched in the majors yet. So you don't know what you're going to get out of him. He was a highly touted prospect a while back and ended up going to the bullpen. So you don't know what you're going to get out of him. And he might not even pitch much. So at this point.
I could see Hamill piggybacking either with Montas or maybe Hamill opens for Montas, something like that. Where I mean, because I'm sure they're gonna they don't want to sit Montas as bad as he's been. They probably want to.
Well, they have to bring up McLean or Sproat. Like, just give one of them a shot. Give one
I
of them a
mean,
shot,
really, just for like the shot in the arm,
just to see what you have.
Wake up.
And bring him up and pitch him against like the Nationals or something like that. Let him,
Yeah.
But they have to.
Nothing says rest more than getting sent to Syracuse, New York, to just have nothing to do.
What do you mean, Chris? The state fair's coming.
Oh
It's
God,
gonna be
yeah.
hopping.
That's true. It is. I'm pretty sure he's not going to want to walk through the midway.
Why
Just
not?
throw it out there.
It's the best.
You don't know that.
Maybe he'll take in like OAR or something during the state fair. Be a good show
Could be
to go
worse.
to.
Could be worse.
There's there's a halfway decent lineup actually at the state fair this year.
There is, and unfortunately, the Steve Miller Band canceled the rest of their
Yes.
tour, which is a bummer because I wanted to go see Steve Miller again.
Hmm.
Um, always puts on a great show, but yeah, it's a bummer. They replaced it with some band I've never heard of before. But Cheap Trick is also playing on the same
Cheap
day,
Trick.
so it might be
Cheap
a good
Yes.
Trick.
one.
Wow.
Might be a good one to check out. Cheap Trick.
So let's see, George. So this New York State Fair runs Wednesday, August 20th through Labor Day. And let's see, they have got, ooh, look at this. George Clinton,
Yes.
Ooh. In the
Taylor
P Funk?
Dane, Taylor Dane
Taylor
performing.
Dane.
Cheap Trick, like you mentioned, Neon Trees,
That's not bad.
Lost Lonely Boys.
Oh my God.
That's this,
And they're one hit. And they're one hit.
and their
That's
one
right.
hit. Was that La Bamba? Was that their cover of La
No,
Bamba, or am I
no,
thinking of someone else?
no. I forgot what their song, what their one
Uh,
hit was.
oh, that was Los Lobos. I think. Did they do the La
Yeah,
Bamba?
maybe.
Whatever.
I don't remember.
Could be.
Um, and they've got some tribute bands. I think Slippery When Wet. That's got to be a Bon Jovi. I'm
It is a
assuming
Yeah.
Bon
tribute.
Jovi.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Is there a band every night?
Yeah,
There's
there's more
two.
than
Like
one.
there's
Oh, really?
afternoon and there's evening.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
okay.
two stages. So there's two different stages. The bigger stage is usually reserved for the bigger acts,
Mhm.
like kind of in the back of the state fair. So
The red jumpsuit apparatus
What is that?
on the 25th.
it's an old band, I think.
Yeah. Um, the Red Hot Chili Pipers.
Pipers, yes, it threw people off.
Yeah.
The Peppers are coming. Nope.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Nope.
no,
That'd have
no.
been
Nope.
chaos.
Eh.
Chaos if they came.
On Vogue, August
Do you have to buy?
31st.
So do they sell separate? I assume they sell separate tickets.
It's
No.
free. Free
No,
Oh,
with
it's
really?
your
yeah, it's
admission.
with your admission. Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
admission, I think these days is like $6 or $7 or something like
Yes.
that. So
I think it's more like
10 maybe.
same
Has it gone
day.
up?
It's 10. Yeah.
Yeah. So um yeah, no, it's I mean, for $10 you're getting to see
Yeah.
two concerts. I mean, that's
Nice.
pretty good.
Mhm.
Red Hot Chili Pipers.
That's right. I think Sister Hazel's on the
Okay.
docket as well. And
Yes,
I'd
that's
go see.
OAR,
I'd go see
Sister
Sister
Hazel.
Hazel.
so would I. Yeah, for sure. I know OAR is playing one night. And I
They put on a
believe
good show.
Live is closing out the fair.
Okay, that's not bad. They just played at MSG.
It's a good band to see live. No pun intended.
Yeah, they just put on. I forget who they were with, but they just put on a show at MSG.
Lil Jon is going to be at the state
Wow.
fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That is excellent.
So if you like, saying yeah a lot, then Lil Jon's for you. Shaggy, right? Shaggy.
That's
Yeah.
right. Isn't Busta Rhymes there too? I think Busta
Busta
Rhymes is on the
Rhymes.
list.
Yep.
Yes.
It's like being an Oswego.
98
is.
degrees.
Oh my
wow.
I mean, Leonard Skinnerd.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So there's a lot of, so there's a lot of great bands.
I've never been to the state
playing
fair.
this year.
Really? Well, I mean, you've lived downstate for the most of your
Yeah.
life.
I mean,
so,
pretty much my whole life.
yeah.
Mhm. It's a lot. I think it's a lot better now than it was 10 years ago.
Agreed.
Because you had to pay to get in, and then you had to pay for the separate grandstand concert,
Hmm.
and parking was meh. The entertainment was
Not great.
not great.
Yeah, it wasn't.
The free
Well,
entertainment, not good.
You're right though, because you did have to pay a separate admission for the concert, which
Yeah.
they used to have a grandstand for those who've never
Mhm.
been there. There used to be a grandstand where they had demolition derbies and all kinds of
Yeah.
crazy stuff on the infield, which is really cool. But even though you had to pay for like separately, like they actually brought in some pretty big acts too. Like Styx played, Boston was there, like
Okay.
all kinds of like really big time bands. But
Mhm.
now it's very different because you just pay the admission and you get to see some pretty cool acts that, maybe they're touring, maybe they're not touring, maybe it's kind of
Mhm.
past their prime, but still, I mean, OAR, I mean, that was a pretty
Yeah.
big band back in the
Yeah,
90s.
I love OER. I'm
Yeah, I
telling you,
mean,
they put on a
it's
great show. Seen them a
uh,
few times.
and the aforementioned Steve Miller Band has played there a couple times and had one of the biggest crowds ever at the State Fair. So, um, yeah, so I mean, you're right, Kevin. I mean, 10, 15 years ago, it was like, probably don't want to really go, but now it's like it's really cool. I enjoy going, I go for the music. I don't really go for anything else.
What's your, I don't know, Jason, you've never been to the fairs,
Nope.
so this question is really for Chris. Chris, what's your favorite state fair concert that you've
Well,
attended?
yeah, so I've mentioned the Steve Miller Band, but
Yeah.
one of my standout ones was the Roots. The
Okay.
Roots were incredible. Incredible. Like just oh my God, it was just so much energy and like
Hmm.
it was just so good, man. It was so good. So good.
They're
So good
amazing. They're just really good
There's
in
and they're
general.
so they're like they can play any genre of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just incredible every single time. They were exceptional. I really
Hmm.
love the Roots.
For me, I'll give you two. How about that? So, Toto,
Oh
Toto's
wow.
one. They were amazing. And it's funny, but my favorite concert at the State Fair was Frank Sinatra Jr.
Really?
And he sang
He sang his
he
dad's
sang his
songs.
dad's songs. So he stuck to the American songbook, and we were like the youngest people there. We were Allison and I, but it was a great time. It was a great concert. It
That's
really was.
interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. How about that?
Interesting.
Chris
I would
is
love
like,
to.
shut up, old man.
No,
I would
I
love to
know
see
it's
Toto and Weezer sing Africa together.
Mm,
that'd be cool.
that would be cool. So those are, I think, my two favorite. Um, and then I remember attending a concert, a country music concert at the grandstand a few years after that, like in the
Mhm.
early aughts, early mid aughts. And it was to see, we got free tickets, and it was to see Brad Paisley was on a country music tour.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And yeah, Brad Paisley and friends. Okay.
Oh wow.
And like Kelly Pickler, I think led off, opened for him. And
Wasn't she from like American Idol or something like that?
yeah, I think so, something like that. But then Allison wrote down a couple of names because they weren't on the bill, and she thought, well, these were really good. And she looked back through her book one day, and one of those names she wrote was Taylor Swift.
Oh,
Whoa.
So
really?
That's
so yeah.
That's
awesome.
funny.
No
That's
kidding.
pretty
So
funny.
we were there before the magic happened.
That's
Like,
crazy.
and
Well,
I,
I mean, she started in
Yeah, she
country
was a
music.
she
country
did,
singer when she
yeah,
first started.
Yeah. A very good one at that.
a very,
Very
and
good one.
she probably came out and sang Tim McGraw and maybe one or two other songs, which aren't coming to me. But yeah,
Mhm.
we saw her way back then,
That's
before
really
she
cool.
really
Before
took
she was
off.
anybody.
Yeah,
You mentioned the grandstand. I remember the last show of the grandstand that I went to was Styx, and I Styx
sticks.
was
There you
just
go.
fantastic as well. I mean, it was like they were playing like hit after hit after hit after hit. And it's like,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
wow, you know. But yeah, I mean, Steve Miller Band, The Roots, Styx. That's what probably my three
Uh,
favorite shows.
Even that awful Mr. Roboto song, which is awful.
Uh, I don't think they played that one
Oh,
actually.
good.
Yeah, no, I don't
Jeez.
recall that one being played. So
Because
yeah,
they know how much it sucks.
no, terrible song.
Oh, why? You're such a hater, man. Jeez.
That is an instant channel changer for me. I hear that opening few bars of Mr. Roboto. I'm like, nope, I'm out. Bye bye.
But I mean, listen, but you got to get some good fair food too,
It's
though. Like,
carnival food or whatever, you know?
yeah, yeah. I mean, you got to get your deep fried Oreos or whatever
Exactly.
and all that nonsense. So,
Deep.
Gotta love deep fried Oreos.
So one
brutal.
of my stops was always the hot beef Sunday. All right.
The hot beef
So
What's the
Sunday.
hot beef
it's
What in
Sunday?
the
all right.
world is
It's
that?
a bowl. All right, you start with a bowl of mashed potatoes. Okay.
Okay.
Shaved steak over that,
Okay.
gravy,
Yeah.
a dollop of sour cream, and like a cherry tomato. And there you go. There's your hot. Oh, shredded
Really?
cheese over the top. That's I mean, it's good stuff. So
That's, I mean, that is like
delightful.
I
A
mean, it is, it
cardiologist
sounds,
stream.
I mean, it sounds delightful. It'll put you on the couch like for the rest of the night.
Yeah. That's one thing I would do that first. Like as soon as I got to the state fair, I'd go get the hot beef sundae. And then what? And then the fried pickles. Gotta have some of
Oh,
those.
fried pickles are good.
I wasn't much for I'm not standing in line for an hour for a little thimble of chocolate milk. Like that's not me. I don't do
You
that.
you got to go at the
What?
right time. Yeah. So
Uh,
the Dairy Barn, you can get, not the Dairy Barn. Maybe it is Dairy Barn. I don't know. I don't know what it's
I,
called. Anyways, for a quarter,
yeah.
you get like a couple cups, like I don't know, probably I don't know, 3, 4, or 5 inches, small cups. But
Dixie
you can get
cups.
like fresh milk,
Yeah.
like
Like straight out of the
regular milk
cow?
and chocolate milk. Yeah, they're
Yes,
milking the cow
you
right
put
there.
your mouth up to the udder and they squirt it in there.
I mean, I'm sure it is fresh from the cows that are there,
I'm
Mm.
gonna
but
have to
they obviously
pass.
like pasteurize it and all that stuff and make it
I
taste
am
nice.
definitely not gonna go for that one. I'm gonna pass on that one.
So, and then, so those are the staples to begin. And then I go to whatever the hot one is of the year. Like, there's always a new one every year that someone brings out and like this deep fried grilled cheese sandwich or that deep
Oh my
fried
God.
Oh my
whatever.
God.
You're gonna have a heart attack.
And then this is why
Basically.
it's only once a year.
Right, exactly.
But then the apple dumpling a la mode from the International Building. And that's it. That's
Huh.
that's the food tour.
It's a hell of a night's worth of food right there.
Oh.
It's delicious.
Then you go home, you're like, ugh.
Oh yeah. No,
Snoozy time.
it is. Like you're passed out for the rest of the
Well,
day.
and
Like
you're walking everywhere. You're like
that's
dirty,
true.
covered in dust, and you're full. And you're like, okay, now you just take a shower and you crawl into bed.
And also
You're sunburned.
you get sunburned and you
Unbelievably.
get tired of people really
Oh my
quick as
God.
well.
Oh, I
Like
mean,
you
the
get
amount of people that
tired
are
of
probably
people.
there that are bumping into you and like,
And you know what the crazy thing is like people like they love drinking at the fair. I mean, big
Like wine
containers of
slushies.
wine
Yeah.
slushies and beers and like you
Mm,
name it.
here's a better
yeah,
question. How many fights are broken up every year?
a
Oh, I'm
lot.
sure there's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot. Also, I'm sure like kind of later in the night because like the midway is there and you have a lot of teenagers that hang out. I'm sure there's a lot of fights there too. And
Oh,
also don't go on the rides.
oh
Just a
no,
little PSA
never.
for
No
me.
way.
Absolutely never go on those rides.
But
Are they death traps?
I mean, they're going from one carnival to the next
No, I know.
carnival.
We have one of
Like,
those. We have one of those by me every year on like Labor Day weekend. It's like I'm always afraid the ride's gonna fall apart.
yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, they're thrown together and
Yeah.
it's like, ah,
Well, and then you add all that the busloads of college kids that are being dropped off because
oh
it's
my God.
hey, we're finally back on campus. Yeah, let's
Oh
go to the
yeah.
fair. They run
Yeah.
rampant throughout the
Yeah,
fairground.
yeah, you know what's even worse than that when college kids are back is them at the
Yes.
grocery store. You just want to murder people. Okay. Just
I
because I had that experience over the weekend. Like
Already over the weekend, right?
already, yes.
Already.
All they're in mid-season form. It's like I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah. I think we may have mentioned it on the last podcast about how things are just the cycles are just accelerating. Like it
Mm,
was like we got barely through mid-July when I was seeing Halloween candy on the shelves.
it's
And
infuriating.
I was at the dollar store last week and I saw boxes of Christmas trees for
Stop
sale. I'm
it.
like,
Ridiculous.
come on, man.
Ridiculous.
No
Stop
way.
it.
That's just
Let's go.
utter nonsense.
Tomorrow you're going to see
Come on.
graduating class of 2026. Like, what
Yeah,
is this?
Yeah, right.
Like,
Back,
Utter
yeah,
what?
nonsense.
back to school next year sales.
I mean, right. Where does it end?
So,
It's like
and yet, you have to remind yourself to slow things down every once in a while, like
You do.
we always get so caught up, guys, in like one to the next and on to the next, on to the next. It's like this never-ending treadmill where really you need to get off the treadmill once in a while, you know?
I agree.
So,
It's gotta chill every now and then.
to chill, to chill out.
I mean, just think
So,
you will look at it this way. You just like you said before, it's August 4th. Like,
mhm,
where did this year go? It literally
I don't
like
know.
it's how is it August already? It's crazy.
It is.
I
It's
I don't get it.
yeah. It's felt like 2 weeks. It's also felt like about 2 decades, 2025. So
Mhm.
it's both
It's
at the same
flown by,
time. It's amazing.
flown by.
It does feel. It feels like it's flown by, and also feels like it's crawled by for other reasons
Yes.
as well. So,
Yes.
like, yeah,
Holy cow. So well, this was good. So hopefully when you get this, you'll make your plans to attend the Great New York State Fair
of course.
in Syracuse. Hotels are all booked up, so forget about that. You're day tripping it. Sorry.
Seriously, it is. They're all
Forget
booked
it.
up. And you know what's crazy is people will go and camp there as well because you can
Yes,
camp
there's an
there.
RV park. Yeah.
There's an RV park, so
Hmm.
people do like there are people that I work with actually that are local that will take the week off to
Yes.
go to the state fair and just
Oh
camp
yeah.
there.
My one of my aunts, on one of Allison's aunts, God bless her, she was one who would go to the fair every single day. So it's like, man, you really love that fair.
No way.
Not once is enough for me.
Yeah, like
Uh,
I depending on how many shows I want to go see, like
yeah,
that's the amount
true,
of time that I spend there, and I
true.
go just before the show
Yeah,
starts.
right. How much do they jack up the prices for the hotels and stuff like that?
Oh, I don't know actually. Probably it's not
Have
that bad, I don't think. Because there's not really any hotels right around the fairgrounds. I think the closest would be across where Destiny USA is, like
Hmm.
whatever hotel that
Yeah,
there's
is.
that's the Embassy Suites.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
where I stayed
mm,
when I came up last year when we went to the game.
there's a
That's where I
couple
stayed.
on State Fair Boulevard. So they're like practically across the street, but they're small. They're not chains. They're
Yeah,
like
yeah,
really
yeah.
small local ones. So they're probably already snapped up. But yeah, there's or not maybe not the State Fair, but catch a ball game or somewhere anywhere. Just
Hmm,
go have some fun before this summer's over, and
that's right.
then we start making sure the snowblower works, and
Ugh.
can't wait for that.
Oh, I can.
Um, all right,
I haven't had that problem.
yeah,
Yeah.
Knock
Lucky
on
you.
wood.
not exactly. Throwingbagels.com is our website. You can get to all our social media channels from there. They're right at the top. Go ahead, you name it. Um, we got the Twitter, the place formerly known as Twitter. We got the YouTube. We got the LinkedIn. We got all kinds of stuff. So Facebook, of course.
All the
Check it out.
goodies.
All the goodies. Throwing Bagels podcast at gmail.com is our email address. And we are scheduled anyway. You never know. We'll schedule to have a guest on our next podcast, and you'll find out at that point. How about that? Jason,
Exciting.
Chris,
I
it's
wonder
been
who it is.
fun.
I know it's like a secret.
Yay.
It's like a present.
See you later.
Bye.
See ya.